For many years, I used to be quite intimidated by the idea of quitting pornography. I thought, how would I even do that? There's just no way. It's just actually too nice. I actually just enjoyed it too much, right? Because I mean, I could maybe sense, it's good to not do it, but the truth is, I just loved it way too much. And obviously, it's weird. It's a bit paradoxical because I say that, but obviously, I hated it. I didn't want to do it at all. You'll have this weird conflict where you desperately want to quit, desperately more than anything. There's some of the lows that you have, by the way. Oh my God, it's just unbelievably shit and miserable. And so you will feel desperate to quit. You will have times where you promise yourself, "Oh, I've got to quit. There's no way I can't not quit." But the thing is, you've probably noticed, it doesn't work. If you try and quit, it just comes back. Here's the thing I always noticed. I always saw, like, no matter how deeply I suffered, no matter what promises I made to myself, I always saw that those moments, which we now call critical moments, those moments where you're kind of on your own, you're kind of tempted, you're kind of a bit horny, you maybe haven't in a while, or maybe you have and now you feel the desire. And you're like, shit, I can't help but do this. I want to do this right now and I'm fucking going to do it. Right? What I noticed, even now as someone who's like totally quit, is that still happens. It still exists. That part of you never goes away. And I noticed this and I thought, well, how the fuck do you quit? I thought to myself, well, what if I did? Because I kind of know that I literally have to. Like, again, personally, I got to a point where I literally had to. I didn't have a fucking choice. It was either like I do it and it's just, I'm a fucking addict, I'm a PMO addict, or I fucking start living my life. And I realized, well, I can't take this any further. And so my last relapse actually was, I love this phrase, I gave myself a send-off. Yeah, so I had 2 really indulgent relapses. Perfect. I felt shit for 30 days. I felt shit for 30 days, man. Just every day I was like, oh, today I feel shit. Next day, oh, today I feel the shit. Okay, it just kept happening. I thought, Jesus Christ, man, this is, and I'm not a suicidal guy. I'm not. I've thought about that like everyone has, right? But I genuinely felt like, you know what, I feel fucking suicidal right now. I feel that fucking depressed. I knew I wouldn't do anything, but I guess what was shocking for me was just how shit my mental health was. Just how low I'd stooped mentally. Yeah, because outwardly you can actually be doing okay. You can be looking all right. You can be making decent money. You can even have a girlfriend and be looking pretty good social survival wise. Yeah. But inwardly, oh my God, you can feel like pure shite. You can feel so bad. It's unbelievable. And so this is what happened to me. And I thought, well, I've got to quit. And what I ended up learning is that when I did move on from it, it wasn't that I quit. Because you don't quit it. As we said earlier, the desire always comes back. Even someone who, as myself, who doesn't use it, occasionally, maybe like once a month, I'll still have the idea or the experience of, whoa, I kind of want to, right? That still fucking exists. You've got to manage that, dude. And you can't manage that if you say, oh, I'm just going to quit. Because it's not going to fucking work. Me personally, I consider myself a fairly serious guy. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to fucking do it. And there were times where I broke this promise because I tried to quit pornography. I learned it just doesn't work that way. And you might be thinking like, what did you do, man? What did you do? What I did was I started to tread a path where I basically became the guy that I was repressing. When I started to be the guy, or as I like to say, be the fucking man, when I started to be the man, things started to take care of themselves. My focus was already on the right things. I developed a masculine purpose. I set my priorities straight. I got the right habits down. Now, to be honest, I had a lot of this stuff down for years, but PMO was always just fucking there lurking in the background. But this time was different. Because, and you'll see this in yourself, you have this person within you, this real winner, this real awesome person Yeah, the man. This guy exists within you, but he's dormant. He's totally there, and you can feel him, but you haven't let him out. Because there's too much fear. And you don't know if you can hold him. Yeah? This is a really key concept, dude. You want to notice that to do this, you've got to be able to hold the energy and the presence and the weight of this new version of you. Yeah? And I say weight, it doesn't have to be weight. It's just the energy. Yeah? And the kind of everything that comes with him. Really, it's more like the value or the awesomeness. Can you hold the awesomeness of this person? Because what you'll notice is it kind of scares you. You're like, shit, man, I don't know if I can be that guy. Like that's a lot, right? I get you, man. This part of me terrifies me. It's the part of you that could conquer the world. It's the part of you that's like a fucking king. It's the part of you that has no fear. Dude, if you feel it, it will freak you the fuck out. And if you feel this and actually don't push it down and don't repress it with pornography and with video games and with weed and with sugar and with just any other stuff, but in particular pornography, because you can do that other stuff. And yeah, you'll be off your game. Yeah, you'll be having an existence which isn't as pure and good. But PMO, in my experience, pornography, there's something else to it, man. It just fucks you up in an extra fucked up way. If you don't put that shit on your soul, and instead you're clean, you're open, you're awake, because that's what happens when you take the shit off your soul. Yeah? You finally feel yourself and you finally become the man. And again, even when you're the guy, it will still freak you out. Like you'll take a second, you'll be like, Jesus, man, did I really fucking decide to do this? Yeah? You will think to yourself, man, do I even want to do this? Do I secretly prefer getting high off pornography? Do I secretly want to just live a mediocre life? Do you want me to tell you the truth, man? Millions of good men will choose that in their lifetimes. Millions. Tens and hundreds of millions of men will choose that, and that's okay. But if you are anything like me, you can't do that because it doesn't work for you. Because it hurts too much. There's too much suffering. There's so much suffering, it's just distracting. You can't even think straight. You're not yourself. I had relapses and I'd be just so pissed off because I was just not present at all, completely in my head, just not there. And I thought, where the fuck am I? And I thought, I can't even live. I can't even function. I can't even walk out the door if my head's all fucked. So let me get my shit together and let me save my future self. And you know what's fucking crazy, man? Right now, I am my future self. I am the guy who I was afraid of. And through that process, man, I resisted every single second of it. Because part of me just kind of wanted to stay in PMO, stay in pornography, just, use it once a day, get that hit. And if you feel this, if this speaks to any part of you, and it starts to play with your emotions, and you start to realize, oh my fucking God. Let me tell you, man, this is how I feel every time I work out. Because I kind of go to this place, man. You know when you go to your demons when you work out? I kind of revisit this old version of me that used to just use PMO a bunch, was anxious, would overthink. I go there, I work out. And what I kind of do is I kind of assert myself. Because that's how you feel when you work out, especially if you're lifting weights. Or, I like to do calisthenics, bodyweight stuff as well. But when you're doing that resistance training, you kind of have this dialogue with your lower self. And how I am in these moments where I'm really in touch with this stuff, I'm not asleep, I'm awake. And I'm really in touch with all of my emotions and what I actually care about and my fucking life. And I have this part of me that used to just jerk off endlessly to endless amounts of pornography. And I'll pick up the weight, or I'll jump on the bar and I will just drive, and I'll do so. And every single freaking rep, dude, is like confirmation. I've chosen this life. All of the energy you ever repressed, and you feel all of your potential, and you feel all of your awesomeness, and you feel it, and you feel it, and you feel it, and it transforms you. You have no choice now. But if my mind is in not a good place and it's, entertaining some bullshit, I will just bring to mind this part of me. I will bring to mind a lot of things, actually, man. I'll bring to mind my reason why. If you don't know, man, you need a really strong reason why. So strong that you'd rather just punch and kick and scream or do frickin' crack before you would give in to this desire, because you know what's riding on this. Pornography, it stops you from living your life. It stops you from being you. Breaks my heart, dude. And I know how hard it is, man. I really get it. And you need to do just the most counterintuitive thing. Because everything in you will say, I just can't quit. I just can't give it up. I just don't think I could do that. I need a crutch. I need something there. No, you don't. No, you don't. You've got to create the future from a clean slate, not from your past. If you create your future with the residue of your past, it's going to be fucking dirty and not clean and not what you want, man. You've got to sit down. You've got to go to your fucking heart, man. And you've just got to be honest with yourself. Yeah. You've got to be honest about the fact that you want to be the man. You don't have to be this Andrew Tate masculine, hyper-masculine alpha man. You don't have to be all fucking jacked and with a deep voice and everything. No, man. You be you. Your highest version of you. You be you. The man within you, right? That's what everyone wants to see within you. They don't want anyone else other than your authentic self. And to be that authentic self, we got to get that man. That true, grounded, loving man with balls. And you might think, yeah, I relate to a lot of this. I kind of see myself in you. I understand you. And maybe it hasn't fully clicked. And I gotta tell you, man, it's okay. If this video doesn't do it for you, if you're still on the path of PMO, I'll be honest with you, man, it's okay. I'm not going to moralize here. I'm not going to demonize PMO. Dude, I was addicted for freaking years. When you finally change and transform yourself, you come back to it and you're so loving, you're so understanding. The reason I'm able to be so understanding and so compassionate is because it is an impossibility for me to view it. There's no way I could see it. I'm completely clean of it, pure of it. It's not within my bubble of reality at all. And so I just have this love for my former self. Because I get it. So listen, man, do your very best to hear this. Do your very best to internalize this. And have an open mind. Keep reflecting. Keep feeling this stuff. And then if you wanted to seal the deal, what you could do, and not to make this about me, but if you wanted to, you could reach out to me, you could book a call with me, you could become a client of mine. What that would do for you is it would solidify your conviction that you're not going back. Because what you do with a professional coach is you create agreements and commitments. You actually give someone else your word. But it's not just accountability. Because I've seen that not work. I've tried tons of things, man. I've tried fucking everything. And what I find works, really, is working with someone who has been in your shoes, who can understand you, who can empathize with you, and who can see exactly where you need to go. So there's some mentoring in this, but really it's more of a profound, powerful relationship that you have with this other person, this powerful mirror that secures your future self a life where there is no PMO. Even as a hypothetical, man, if you thought, well, how would I do it logically? On the pure level of logic, if you put someone in your life who you commit to and agree with that you will not use pornography and that you will begin to transform week by week by week, and you change as a person, logically, you can see that makes sense. But the truth is, man, you don't use logic. The thing that gets clients to show up to my coaching practice is not logic. It's intuition. It's that deep feeling. It's that sense that they have that they just have to change. They just have to become the man that they're destined to be. And for many of my clients, it's even more than that. You could say it's God that is driving them. It's God that gets them to show up. I don't mean a religious God. I actually just mean their own higher self. I mean your higher self. If I could, in a sentence, just sum up how I managed to quit pornography for good, I might say, I just fully listened to my higher self. I just fully listened to my calling. I felt it. And personally, I got to the point where I just couldn't not listen to it. I couldn't not act on it. If you are at that point, now is the right time. Now, if you really think about it, is the only time that you can do this. You don't have to work with me. You don't have to even work with any professional. But if you want to quit, if you want to change, having someone there is going to really help you. If you resonate with me, you can see my website and so on. But again, man, it's not about me, okay? I'm just someone who's showing up in your life. But if you're listening to yourself, you'll understand this is a divine thing. Yeah. I'll just tell you again, man, to really give you perspective. Dude, I don't think you could count on one hand the people that you know who have quit pornography and transformed themselves. Could you even name one or two? But just imagine if you spent time with them more. Imagine if you put them in your life, and imagine that they were one of your closer people. Imagine if they were your coach, mentor. Imagine if they were one of your best friends. Who would you become? Because for me to be this guy today, man, I surround myself with some real cool fucking people. Some people are like, oh man, that guy's fucking cool. Now I can't go back, even if I wanted to. I've just changed too much. And that change has increased because of these people around me. Yes, it was started from me, within me, started by my intuition. But I surrounded myself with these people, and they just rubbed off on me. And when you got cool people in your life, man, you become cool too. That's what you can do, man. Here's the final thing. Listen to this, dude. Listen to this so well. Ready? Your desire for pornography is not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. In 20 years, you're still going to have it. What do you want to do with your life? If you're a smart guy, you'll listen to yourself, you'll take the right actions. You don't need to watch this kind of content. Maybe you're watching this because you're just curious. Maybe you just like my stuff and you're just watching this video. Great. But you won't need to take in any content on no PMO, NoFap, and so on. Because you are good, man. You made the decision ages ago. You committed. That's what I encourage you to do, man. That's you becoming the guy. Okay. We're going to wrap things up there, man. I sincerely hope this has helped you. If you want my help, you can reach out to me. Otherwise, my friend, take care. Lots of love. And as always, peace.